No, you said he called it a Muslim ban.
During the campaign.
No. That's not, you added that since I proved you wrong. So are you okay with the ban?
No.
He did not. So you want terrorists to come in and kill you?
Jesse Lee Peterson absolutely destroys this woke professor's lies during this interview before he shreds him for not being a real man using his own argument, as Jesse Lee Peterson interviews this leftist and catches him trying to lie about Donald Trump and immigration and stops him dead in his tracks. Let's get in.
With Trump, he took advantage of a lot of those vulnerabilities, but I was shocked. And one of the reasons I was shocked, because I did believe the polls. I did believe.
But the polls were lying.
They were wrong.
Yeah.
I believe, because they were saying, when they would show in CNN, it's like, oh, there's not enough white voters in these states to vote for.
Right, yeah.
But they were like, these white voters were like a lost tribe in Brazil. They just came out of nowhere.
Yes.
So they just like shocked everybody.
So
I was like, oh my God, there's this many people out there. And that did shock me, because I said to myself, I shouldn't have believed them. I shouldn't have believed the analysis that they were providing.
Yes.
Because when people were being polled, they weren't being honest.
That's right.
Because they weren't trusting the government.
They were afraid to be honest about it.
Now, it might sound like shocking to you, but I believe in a lot of the things like the Tea Party people or those type of people, very, very conservative people believe. I don't trust the government, because when Reagan was president, he invaded Central America, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and forced hundreds of Salvadorians to come to this country, forcing them. I believe in the Second Amendment. I don't trust the government to have monopoly on guns.
Yeah.
I believe
right.
that every human being, every American has a right to bear arms. And I agree with Trump.
That's that Catholic upbringing.
Yeah, and I believe with Trump against NAFTA and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I don't
so
believe.
Were you disappointed?
I was disappointed because of his rhetoric and the way he treated women, the way he treated.
How does he treat women?
Well, when he's talking about grabbing their private parts.
Have you ever spoken that way?
Not like that, no.
But you've said something like that.
Wow.
You look like you've said it. So you've said it.
I've never been, physically, I'm not like a locker room guy.
But you have said stuff like that.
Not
right?
like that, no.
But you have said similar stuff.
I've been in environments where people said it, but I'm not running for office.
No, you have said it too.
Oh, not like that.
Coming from East LA, you've said it. Yeah. So you have said it, right?
When I run for office, they're going to use this tape against me. So there goes my nomination for the Supreme Court. So I'm worried about that.
So you have said similar things.
No,
you
not
might
like,
not have
not
said
like
the exact words that.
I've been in an environment where I grew up. People said, and they killed people. They did drugs. I've seen police killed my friends.
That's why I know you have said it.
I've seen a lot, but.
So he didn't treat women like that. He was talking to another guy, as you have done, and that's what guys do. They're bragging about what they do with women.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't say that. Yeah.
No, you didn't say that, but you
I
said
understand
similar.
what you're saying, but
But you have said similar.
No, not like that. Not like that.
Not like that, but something. You have said things like that. Not like what he said, but similar. You can be honest.
No, not like that. No. Like I know people that are like that. I grew up with people, but there's a within any
group. Well, you
group,
can tell me later when the show is over what you said.
Yeah, happy hour. Within any group, you're gonna have a group. You're gonna have like one or two guys like that, but not the whole group is like that.
And so
unless it's like a frat house or something like that, then yes, the whole group can be that way. If they're consuming liquor and if they're behaving in a certain way,
So why are you saying that he's disrespecting women when you know most, if not all men, do that kind of stuff?
No, I know that.
You're just saying what the liberal feminists
growing up, I've been in environments where men talk about that, but it's always been, from my experience, like a minority.
So he wasn't being disrespectful to women.
He's overall, I think, I wrote an article against Trump, several against Trump. I'm waiting for him to tweet against me. It hasn't happened. So one about him being a hustler. I think he hustled white working class voters. All of the nominees.
Why do you think that?
Because he acted like he was one of them, or he can relate to them.
There were more than just white people who voted for him. You had more black men voted for Trump than you did Hillary Clinton this time around. You had more Hispanics voted for the Republican than before. So it wasn't just white people.
The majority of the voters were working class white.
Right, but still there were other.
Yeah, there was other groups.
Right, and so why are you not mentioning them?
Well, I did mention them in my article, but The point with Trump is that he was very inflammatory. He was very offensive to many groups.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Well, he was offensive to the godless group, the children of the lie, you know. And the reason that he told the truth, and those people hate the truth, you know, the radical homosexuals, the Black Lives Matter, the feminists who hate men, Planned Parenthood who are killing the unborn child, selling the body parts for profit, the Latinos who hate white folks. You know, he was offensive to them because he told them the truth. He spoke up to them. He dealt with them, and they've never had that before. They've never had a real man to stand up and deal with them. And so, of course, they get angry because they've been spoiled getting their way for so long.
Well, I don't agree with any of that. But when he says, when Trump says that Mexico is sending their worst, they're sending rapists, murderers, and criminals. I mean, that's, to me, he's generalizing, and that's being a racist. That's what he's calling my father, my mother that, and my father's
He didn't call you a father, mother.
and my father's more of a man than Trump. You know, like if he was alive, and I even told Trump in my article, I said, if you want to talk, you can talk tough. He doesn't know tough. I mean, how tough was his life? Like, you know, one day the dad took away 2 nannies and now he only had 3. I mean, how tough was it? You know, did he ever go to the military? What did he grow up in?
Did you go to the military?
No, I didn't grow up in military.
I rest my case. But
Let me know what you think in the comments, but one of the biggest problems with the left is their moral superiority, their moral virtue signaling, because these same people who want to hate on Trump because he says this, or, you know, he's disrespecting so-and-so, these people don't think in a practical way. And in the end, they end up supporting the same side who allows all of these criminals and all of these dangerous people into our country in spite of Trump. And now we see the same guy that he was hating on is the one having to clean up idiots like this guy's mess, because they voted it in, and now it's always everyone else having to clean up after the left because they refuse to take any responsibility and accountability for the stupidity of their own actions while trying to pat themselves on the back and saying, we're the better ones. But hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. It really helps the algorithm. I appreciate it, and let's get back in.
was he lying when he said that those type of people are coming across the border as well?
In any group, you're going to have a minority.
Are you saying that's not happening?
That's not happening in the terms the way he said it, because he
But
said
it is happening.
some, but not all.
So it is happening.
Some, but he said he didn't
He did not
some.
say all. He named the type of people
No, he said,
who are,
and some are good.
Right.
And some are good.
Right.
When you say that, that means that the most are bad. So
No, that's what you read.
I memorized that.
So let's go back to this.
Actually, I have a
So
tattoo on that thing.
he did tell the truth about that happening.
You could say that to any group, and but the problem is that
You're
when
not answering my question. Was he telling the truth that was happening?
I'll accept that it happens in all groups.
So he was telling the truth?
He should be a lawyer. It's a truth.
Why should I be a
It's
lawyer?
Because you're good at the questions. It's true. I'll accept it in all groups, like in all populations. Like
let's keep the focus on the people coming across the borders.
The majority.
Was he telling the truth?
No, not
when he said you have this type of person coming, this type of person, and some good ones. Was he telling the truth?
He wasn't telling the truth because he generalized.
But you
He
just
said
agreed that they do have that coming across the borders as well.
some, but not all.
So he was telling the
I
truth
think
then.
probably, like, let's say if you have 100 people come over,
No, stay
probably
with
like
me.
1 or 2.
Stay with me. That was happening, right?
Not the way he phrased it, no.
But it was happening.
What I'm saying is that he generalized.
Was it happening?
Some, not all.
But it was happening.
Yeah, some, yes.
So it was happening.
Some, yes.
Yes, it was happening.
Some, yes.
So he wasn't lying there.
He was like, because he said all.
He
said
didn't
most.
say all. He didn't say all. He didn't say most. Now you're not being honest. He said, here's what we have coming across the borders.
There goes my chance to be mayor of LA. That's it. This video is going to be used against me in a court of law. You know,
So he wasn't lying. You called the man a liar. You wouldn't want to be called a liar if you weren't lying.
I'm a liar, 'cause he
And
can't do
I'm a little
anything.
surprised that it's coming from the background you've come from. I'm a
I don't
little
have a problem
surprised.
calling him a liar. I recall
But he
him a
wasn't
liar.
lying. He told the truth about that. You just admitted that.
I admit that in any group, whether they're Mexicans or Americans.
But he wasn't
like
talking about any group. He was talking about the people crossing the border.
Yes, like the criminals that.
Let's move on. We got it clear that you were lying.
Like the criminals that invaded Iraq. I mean, those are the criminals, not the criminals that he's talking about.
Let's stay with the point. I'm glad I finally got you to admit the truth. What do you think about the travel ban that President Trump has on the those 7 countries?
That's a good question.
What
yes.
Muslims are coming from?
This is part of my problem with Trump. I'm an atheist, and there's no reason why I should be defending Muslims. There's no reasons why I should be defending Hindus or Christians or any religious group, because I don't believe in any of that. But what I do believe is that I don't think that any group should be singled out that way. I'm against the ban. It is a Muslim ban.
That's
but during
not
the
true.
campaign, that's
You're
what he
not
said.
telling the truth again. He never called it a Muslim ban. Why are you saying that?
Because in the campaign, that's what he said.
But no, he never called it a Muslim ban. You just said he did. That's not true.
Yeah, he said it in the campaign.
But he didn't call, when he put the ban
what
on
he
those
did,
7
yes.
countries, he did not call it a Muslim ban. Isn't that true?
On the
Isn't that
in
true?
the language, he did not call it that. But
So
that's
then
what
why
it
are
is.
you saying that he did?
Because I'm going based on his campaign.
But no, you just said
promises.
he said
He said it
he
during the
did that.
campaign.
That's not what he said. He did though.
He said during the campaign he's gonna put a ban on.
But
Muslims.
when he
said
put
that.
the ban, he did not call it a Muslim ban.
Well, he didn't. Yeah.
But you
You're right.
said he did.
No, I said the rhetoric.
No,
was
you
during
said
the
he
campaign.
called it a Muslim ban.
During the campaign.
No. That's not. You added that since I proved you wrong. So are you okay with the ban?
No.
He did not. So you want terrorists to come in and kill you?
If he's concerned with terrorists, the terrorists that attacked 9/11, how come he didn't put Saudi Arabia?
So had he put Saudi Arabia in there, you would have been satisfied with
No,
it?
I wouldn't be satisfied.
So you still wouldn't be happy. So why are you asking that question?
Because in the language of the executive order, it talks about 9/11. What does that have to do with the countries that are there? I mean, the people that came,
Because
the,
we
that caused
had a
9/11 came
9/11.
from Saudi Arabia. They didn't come from.
But-
they didn't come from Iraq. They didn't come from Syria. They didn't come from these countries that are Yemen.
Why are
that were
you
banned.
bringing up? You said you would not have been happy had he added Saudi Arabia.
No, I
to
wouldn't
it,
be
so
happy
why-
at all because I think that he's
Is it
targeting-
wrong to protect your home first?
No. There's not. There's nothing wrong.
So
with
what
that.
is he doing wrong? He's protecting his home.
Well, if you knew that was the case, then why didn't he put Saudi Arabia?
What's wrong with
Maybe he has,
protecting?
maybe
what's
maybe
wrong?
he has like special interests there. Or
What's
disrupt
wrong
his,
with protecting your
disrupt his
home?
hotel interests or something.
What's wrong with protecting your home where you know where your enemy is?
No, there's
coming
nothing
from?
wrong with that. I
So
think
he didn't do anything wrong then.
Like he didn't ban Texas, and we had somebody who did a terrorist act.
Listen to me.
A president who did a terrorist act against Iraq.
He's protecting his homeland first.
Kissinger was
So he didn't do
is a
anything
war
wrong.
criminal. I didn't see him put Kissinger on the ban.
Where's Kissinger now?
Well, the United States.
Where's Kissinger?
Kissinger, Henry Kissinger.
Right. Is he still in government?
Well, he's a private citizen. He should be.
But he's not
in jail.
in government, right?
But he should be in jail.
He's not in government, right?
No, he's not in
I
government.
rest my case. Let's talk about what's happening. So you agree with me that he didn't do anything wrong by putting the ban on the 7 states?
No. There's no. I agree. I can agree with you, Your Honor, because you're like a good lawyer, that like a minority of people are doing bad things. There's over 1 billion people that are Muslims, and the way he's talked about Muslims, he always cast this general during the campaign. Obviously now he's the president. He's only focusing on tweeting and supporting his daughter not getting booted out of Nordstrom, stuff like that, important things.
That's amazing you're speaking that way. Let me ask, is there anything about the president that you admire?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
You hate manhood?
I hate bullies.
Do you hate manhood?
No.
Are you a real man?
Yes.
And what is a real man?
A real man is somebody that treats people with decency and respect. A real man is not somebody that mocks the disabled. Is not somebody that calls people losers or.
But you're marking Trump and his family. So it sounds like you're not a real man.
I'm mocking.
You're doing what you said a
I'm
real
mocking-
man doesn't do, and
I'm
that's what
mocking-
you've been doing.
I'm mocking the fact that they're taking advantage of our country.
So
They're
you're
using-
not a real man.
Well,
It's always funny watching these elite leftists just get torn apart with basic questions, because if you rip apart their ideology, their political framework, all that crap, It's just BS. It's just BS and garbage. These people are lying through their teeth. They're not being honest about themselves, and they'll never look at themselves in the mirror and call themselves out for the same thing that they accuse others of. They are virtue signaling sycophants who think themselves better than everyone else. But folks, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Jesse Lee Peterson had to say, completely destroying this woke professor's lies in this clip. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.